I'm sure you have seen on Instagram 15-year-old kids deadlift 300 kilos, and it seems nowadays that 300 kilo deadlift is a casual number, but when you go in the gym and you try to deadlift, something feels off, you feel unstable, you feel that you're going to injure yourself. So today we are going to go over 5 common deadlift mistakes that people do when they deadlift conventional. Number 1. This is one of the most common ones, and it's also one of the most misunderstood ones. I'm sure you have heard before that you have to keep the bar close to you when you're deadlifting, and people often tend to do the mistake of keeping the bar way too close, and this doesn't allow you to use your legs into the movement. Deadlift is a full body movement, and you have to use your legs efficiently in order for you to be able to have a strong, pretty deadlift. When keeping the bar very close to you or at your shins, you're probably gonna push the bar away from you with your shins, and this is not very optimal when setting up for the deadlift. You want to have a solid setup with the bar not moving so that you're able to build tension, you're able to get into balance and position. So keeping the bar way too close to you or even touching your shins is a very common mistake. The main reason though is you won't be able to push through the toes, have that foot pressure and use your quads. On the other side, having the bar way too far away from you will also shift the load on your lower back because the bar drifts away from you, and because the bar is further away, your back will compensate and your legs won't work as efficiently, and you will be brought out of balance, which is also not a good thing, and it will make your deadlift less efficient. So you want to aim to have the bar above your midfoot. What does this mean? Imagine the midfoot is right about where the shoelaces begin on your shoes. Now, depending on your specific anatomy, you'll probably have to shift the bar a little bit to the front, a little bit to the back, but usually I like to go a little bit front of the midfoot in order for you to be able to shift your knees forward and bring those legs into the movement. Hey, if you're trying to improve your technique, we have a free technique review offered from Strength Blocks. Make sure you check the link in the description below, and we will send you a personalized review on your lift and your technique. Now, mistake number 2. Piggybacking off the first mistake, they usually come together, but it's really important to separate them as 2 mistakes for you to understand what we really want to aim for. So the deadlift is basically a leg press up to the knee and then a rack pull or a hip extension up to lockout. We want to get into a good position and get everything tight, and then when you are locked in, you want to start pressing the floor away with your legs. And if you are doing this correctly, you know that at the beginning of the lift, your back angle remains up until the knee is the same, and then at knees, you're gonna start to lock out and extend the hips. Pushing through the toes while having balance on the heels is a really important aspect for a strong start on the conventional deadlift. When you pull too much on your heels, you will load your lower back, you won't be able to load your hamstrings correctly, and you're leaving a lot of kilos on the barbell. So having a solid foot tripod and pushing through the toes to engage those strong legs is really what we want to aim for at the beginning of the deadlift. Mistake number 3. Your body is a chain and you have your lower body, your midsection, and your upper body. For them to work together, you need to have a strong midsection, a strong link in your chain. You want to be tight for you to be able to transfer the power efficiently through the whole body and build tension and get a solid position and hold it through the whole lift. So having a strong brace is a really important aspect in general, not only for the deadlift, but also for the squat and the bench press. Depending on your preferred style, you can do either a top setup or a bottom setup, but your brace remains the same. We won't go in the brace technique as deep because we have other videos on that. You can check this video right here, link in the description. But what you really want to aim for is that you want to contract your front abs, like having a little bit of an ab crunch. You want to expand your side abs, and you want to keep that contraction and breathe into it and fill up your belly with air. This will help you build pressure in your belly, and it will fight the outside pressure of the weights and of the tension, and this will help you remain stable through the whole lift, and it will also help if your back is rounding, and it will make the lift safer and more efficient. Okay guys, I want to take a short moment to thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, make sure you drop a like and subscribe because it helps our channel grow. Moving on to the video. Mistake number 4 comes with mistake number 3, and it's usually something that athletes forget. Like we said, the body is a chain, and for you to have a strong midsection, the brace is only one aspect of it. The lats are very big muscles that go from here to here. And for you to be able to get that trunk tight, and you want to get that midsection tight, you want to learn how to engage your lats. They will help you stabilize your core. By stabilizing your core, you will be able to transfer power from the legs to the upper body. Now, how do you actually do that? I like to think about engaging the lats like a lat pullover. If you don't know what a lat pullover is, it's basically a lat movement done on the cable with a straight bar, and by keeping the chest high and depressing the scaps, you want to put the bar close to you with straight arms. This will help you engage your lats. Some other cues you can use is that you can think about keeping the bar close to you. You can think about packing your triceps into your lats, doing a little bit of a lat spread and packing the lats into the triceps. These are a few cues you can try. Main thing, you want to keep the chest out so that you are engaged, and you try to activate those lats as hard as you can for you to be able to solidify that strong base and get that tight core. We also have a full conventional deadlift tutorial. I will also link it in the description below. And number 5, this is a little bit more advanced. So like I said, the deadlift is a leg press and then a rack pull. To get into that tight position for you to be able to leg press the weight while having a stable upper body, you want to learn how to pull the slug out of the bar. Pulling the slug out of the bar means that you are pulling the bar without pulling the bar. If that's too confusing, is you are trying to pull yourself into position while the bar is still on the floor, and you are basically trying to get as much tension as possible before pushing with your legs. A simple way to explain the slug pull is basically you brace, you grip the bar, you try to push the chest out, make your neck long, activate those lats, having a strong brace, and you should feel at that point that your body is about to explode from the tension. When you do this correctly, you'll feel that everything is tight and you are able to push through the legs without losing your position. Because the deadlift is at the desktop and is not a movement like the squat or the bench press where you have the weight on you from the beginning, it's more difficult to get into position and build that tension to be able to carry it through the reps. So you want to learn how to slug pull in order for you to get into that good position and have an efficient deadlift. Now, when we cue the slug pull, athletes often misunderstand this and they try to pull their shoulders very far back, even behind the bar, and this will not work for most because the main rule is having the midfoot under the bar and the shoulder blades, not the shoulders, the shoulder blades over the barbell. This means that if you pull your shoulders of the front of the shoulders are on top of the bar, then this means that your shoulder blades are behind. When we are pulling the slug, we want to think that we are pulling up and a little bit to the front so that you are able to set your shoulder blades above the bar and not behind it. And I will say that again, pull the shoulders up and a little bit to the front. It should feel a little bit uncomfortable, but when you get used to it, you'll be able to get into a good position and do what we call like opening a book on the deadlift. So like it's gonna be a very efficient position to pull from and engage every part of your body that has to be engaged. So these were our 5 common mistakes for the deadlift. If you want a free technique review on your deadlift or any other lift of your choice, make sure you check out the link in our bio. Always thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.